May problema ka ba? Kapag sinabi mong, Ma'am, problema ko po ang love life ko, research problem ba yan? Well, depende. Sa research, hindi lahat ng problema ay research problem. Ang research problem ay isang question or issue na kailangan nating imbestigahan gamit ang systematic na pangangalap at pagsusuri ng data. So today, pag-aaralan natin kung ano ang research problem, saan ito nanggagaling, at paano tayo makakabuo ng magandang research problem. At tandaan, hindi lahat ng problema kailangang iyakan. Ang ibang problema, kailangang saliksikin. What is a research problem? A research problem is an issue, concern, difficulty, or gap in knowledge that a researcher wants to investigate. Simply put, research problem equals something we want to understand, explain, or solve through research. For example, many students are having difficulty understanding chemical equations. That can become a research problem because we can investigate why are students having difficulty? What factors affect their understanding? What teaching strategy can help them? But simply saying, students are not good at chemistry is too broad. We need to make it more specific and researchable. Research problem versus ordinary problem. Let's compare. Ordinary problem. My students are always using their phones. That is an observation or concern. Research problem. How does the amount of smartphone use affect the study habits of junior high school students? Now we have something that can be investigated using data. Remember, a research problem must be researchable. We should be able to collect information about it. Where do research problems come from? Research problems can come from many places. 1. Personal observation. Sometimes, you notice something happening around you. For example, you notice that many students sleep late because they use their phones at night. That observation can lead to a research problem. 2. Previous studies. Researchers can read previous research and discover that something has not yet been fully studied. This is called a research gap. For example, previous studies examined online learning among college students, but few studies focused on junior high school students in a particular community. That gap can become a research problem. 3. Current issues. Problems happening in society can also inspire research. Examples: plastic pollution, climate change, artificial intelligence, social media use, student absenteeism, waste management. These issues can be narrowed down into specific research problems. 4. Experiences in school or community. Your own school or community can also provide research problems. For example, why are students frequently absent during rainy days? That can lead to a study investigating the factors affecting student attendance. How do we know if it's a good research problem? A good research problem should be specific. Avoid questions that are too broad. Instead of, what are the effects of technology? Try, how does smartphone use affect the study habits of grade 10 students? Researchable. There must be a way to collect data. Relevant. The problem should be meaningful to the students, school, community, or field of study. Feasible. Can you actually conduct the study? Don't choose a research problem that requires you to travel around the entire Philippines. If your research budget is only enough for jeepney fare, your research problem should match your time, resources, skills, participants, budget. From observation to research problem. Let's practice. Suppose you observe. Many students are always tired during morning classes. Don't immediately make that your research problem. Ask, why are they tired? Maybe because they sleep late, use their phones at night, do household chores, have too much homework, travel long distances to school. Now we can create a researchable question. How does sleep duration affect the academic performance of grade 10 students? See the difference? We started with an observation and transformed it into a research problem. A simple formula. Here's an easy formula to remember. Observation, question, research problem. For example, observation. Many students use their phones before sleeping. Question. Does nighttime smartphone use affect sleep? Research problem. What is the relationship between nighttime smartphone use and sleep duration among junior high school students? That's how researchers think. They don't simply say, may problema. They ask, what exactly is happening? Why is it happening? And how can we investigate it? And here's your hugot. Parang research problem ang puso. Hindi sapat na alam mong may problema. Kailangan mong alamin kung ano talaga ang dahilan. Because in research, we don't make conclusions based only on feelings. We gather evidence. Quick review. Before we end, remember these 5 things. 1. A research problem is an issue that needs investigation. 2. It should be specific and researchable. 3. Research problems can come from observations, previous studies, current issues, and community experiences. 4. A good research problem must be relevant and feasible. 5. Start with an observation, ask questions, and turn it into a researchable problem. And finally, class, hindi lahat ng problema ay research problem. Pero bawat research problem ay nagsisimula sa isang tanong. So when you see something happening around you, don't just say, bakit kaya? Ask yourself, pwede ko kayang saliksikin kung bakit? Because that is where research begins. I'm Ma'am Hugot, and remember, kapag may problema, huwag agad sumuko. Baka kailangan lang itong saliksikin.